Welcome. Happy Sunday. Hopefully everybody is doing well. I know this is not the usual time for the Sunday El Jefe live streams. I'm experimenting with an earlier time to see how this plays out. Plus, I had something going on later in the afternoon, so it was serendipitous to do it like this. But what's up, man? Just, really happy to see everybody. I know I missed last week, but I was busy getting that video out on the Soundcore Aero clip. So if you guys aren't already familiar with the pattern, if I drop a video, I'm not going to drop a live stream on the same day, just the way that the algorithm kind of works. But that's just the way that we're doing things here. So just want to pop in real quick, say what's up to everybody. So I saw Steve came in super early. Happy Sunday to everybody. Kings Fan 395, what up, what up? Space Ace in the house, what's up, man? A bit early? Yeah, man, a bit early, man. But the cool thing about going a bit earlier is when I stream a little bit later, right? Because I'm on the West Coast, I'm here in California. When I usually go live at 3 p.m. Pacific, that's 6 p.m. Eastern, and sometimes that's a little bit late for like my European homies. So I'm like, you know what? Maybe if I stream a little bit earlier, this will give more people the ability to say what's up. You know what I mean? So, that's why I figured, pop in, do a little bit earlier. So we'll do it that way. Yo, Ulysses in the house. What's going on, man? Jojo, I appreciate you coming through. Thank you. Yo, what's going on, G? Good to see you, man. It's a greetings from Puerto Rico. What up, man? Yeah, man, serendipitous. You don't get to use that word too often, on day-to-day life. So it works out when you can actually use that word. You know what I mean? So, so that's how we're rolling today. But yeah, so that's what's going on. Nothing too crazy, nothing too wild. Definitely making sure that I'm getting back into the swing of things. Also getting really close to launching that second channel, the music channel, that if you guys weren't here, I didn't mention it before. I'm going to be doing a musical journey. It's going to be like a reaction channel, but it's going to be a musical journey that's going to be very community driven, where basically if it's got to be first times. Like that's really going to be super important for me, is that I've heard a lot of music. So somebody recommends a song that I've already kind of heard. It would feel disingenuous for me to like do a first time reaction to something that I already am familiar with. So it's going to be really like people recommending like music that I've never heard before. So once that channel goes live, I'll definitely make sure that I post it on the community tab. So if you guys are interested in that, it'll be, one of those things. But that being said, hopefully you guys can see me okay. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay, and everything is going good. But how's everybody's weekend going, man? So first things first, let's do this really quick. Oh yeah, Spanish music absolutely counts. Heck yeah. So it's going to be everything. It's going to be music wise, like I said, it's going to be literally whatever, and assuming that I haven't already heard it. So that's going to be the important thing. And I've heard a lot of music, but basically it's just to just experience more. That's really what it comes down to. But first things first, man, let me, whoever's watching, I know we don't have that many people today because, it's one of those things where I'm streaming earlier and, that's how it goes. But I'd love to see, man, where's everybody watching me from? Where's everybody listening in from? Let me know. And if you're watching this on replay, always, feel free to hit me in the comments on that. But, I'd love to know, where's everybody watching from and how's everybody doing? So yeah, man. So Yukon Huskies just lost, but a great fight. Nice. Right on, man. That's how it goes. As long as you had a good time watching the game, that's really what it comes down to, right? That's usually how it goes. So as long as you had a good time with it, man, listen, I'm all about, I was a Raiders fan for years, and we know all about having a good time while losing. So been to some killer barbecues, been to some killer tailgate parties. You know what I mean? So we know all about having a good time while the ship is sinking, like that gif where those three guys are in the boat and it's just going underwater. Like we're all having a great time. We're just vibing out. Oh man. Yo, what's up, man? Aaron, good to see you. Appreciate you coming through. Says Ulysses over in Texas. Hey, that's what's up, man. Yeah, I'm sure things are starting to warm up. I get that, man. Greetings from Chile. Hey, that's what's up, man. From Germany, Space Ace. That's what's up, man. I love my German. I love my German audience, man. I've got so many viewers in Germany. It's the wildest thing. Like, I never understood why that happened. Early on, when I first started on YouTube, I was getting a lot of viewers from Brazil, and I was like, well, that's cool. Like, I don't know why I don't speak Brazilian, but I also started picking up a lot of viewers from Germany, which I was like, oh, cool. And you guys have stuck around. So like for all these years, I still have Germany as I think is like my third or fourth most viewed country, with India actually coming into the play now too. So a lot of my Indian viewers. So shout out to India as well. But yeah, man, Germany, man, that's dope. Appreciate that. New York, New Jersey, that's what's up. Central Florida, sunny and humid. Yep, I bet that, man. We're going for a three-peat. Okay, gotcha. Watching live from Canada. Hey, that's what's up. Yo, Zalara, what's going on? Good to see you. Appreciate you coming through. But yeah, so yeah, definitely trying this earlier time, and hopefully this will allow more people from different places to be able to come in and hang out while I'm live. Because I know a lot of the times when I would go live later, I would have people that were in Europe who would catch me the next day because it was just too late at night. So hopefully this works out, but I'm trying to see if I can, one of the goals that I would like to be able to do again was I had really good luck back in the day when I was streaming early in the morning. Well, early in the morning for me on the West Coast of the United States. But when I was streaming at like 9 a.m. Pacific, which was noon Eastern, those streams had so many people in them because it's earlier in the day for me. It means it's earlier in the day for like, you know, across the US and across the pond as well. So a lot of people were able to join on those streams, but this was like back in the day. So, so that's how that is. But man, yeah, that's how that goes. Yeah. 4 PM here in Chile. Okay, cool. Yeah. So, you know, so it's crazy, man, because, how South America is, forward in the time zones, because for whatever reason in my mind, I always just assumed West Coast of South America would be like same time zone as West Coast of the United States. And this shows you what our educational system does to us. But I digress. But once I really got time to like look at how like all of that works and like actual geography, I'm like, oh wow, they're actually pretty far east. So yeah, it makes a lot of sense that it's actually 4 PM, which is wild, man. It's such a wild thing, man. Yo, Tim, what's going on, man? Good to see you. Appreciate you coming through. Yo, my man Vipe in the house. What up, bro? Good to see you, man. Yeah, man. But that's kind of what's going on. So nothing too wild, man. Just, you know, 12:37 a.m. here in Asia. Okay, gotcha. All right. Fair enough. But that's what I mean, man. So like, if sometimes what I've realized that if I'm able to, like the way that I try to release my videos, I don't know if anybody ever noticed, but I normally try to release videos early in the morning. Well, early in the morning, my time, because I want to make sure that I'm hitting, you know, as many people as possible, while they're actually awake. So, and I think I need to start applying the same, logic to my live streams as well to see how that sort of plays out. Yo, Desmond, what's going on, man? Good to see you. Appreciate you sliding through. Yeah, man. Time zone wise, West Coast a couple hours behind West Coast, South America. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, man. What's the best budget headphones out there? I guess it depends on your budget, but if you were looking to spend under 200, my go-to still right now is what I call my goat. My goat headphones are going to be the Sony Ultware. I believe they're actually on sale right now. Hold on, let me double check. But they should be going for about 150 if I remember correctly. And yeah, they're dope, man. They're the shit. Like I can't I can't stress enough. Like I've been telling these people since I dropped my full review on these, that they're excellent. Like they are absolutely excellent headphones. Let me go ahead and switch camera real quick here. Boom. Oh, whoops. That's not the right one, is it? Oh yeah, this is why I'm in the wrong. Bam, there we go. So the Sony Ultwares 148, you can get those on Amazon right now for a 148. And they also had a deal. If you're cool with refurb, you can get them for 130 over on Woot. So that's another option. But yeah, these are the ones. If you needed to go cheaper than this, then there's other options out there like one more Sonoflow Pro. The other one would be the Earfun Wave. That's another really good one. If you can get the Soundcore Space Q45 under 100, that's a good deal as well. But right now, I think the best deal on the market, like for the performance that you get for the price, this is the best bang for your buck headphone. right now. Like for the strength of the noise cancellation, the quality of the mics, that bass response, the comfort level of them. This is the one that I very, very much highly recommend. So, and unlike the XM5s, these are actually fully foldable. So if you're interested in checking them out, I did, as I mentioned before, I do have a full video on these guys. Let me go in here really quick. All right, we're doing videoception over here. Let's see, where are we at? Right here. So the new $200 King right here on my channel are the Sony Ultware, the new $200 King. I'll drop a link to that. So hit share, and then I'll put that, whoops, copy. And then we put that into the chat. So for anybody who's interested in those headphones and you haven't seen my review, please do. And this is a long-term review, by the way. Like this is a review that came out like 2-3 months late after those headphones dropped, but I was testing them like almost daily. I was using these. So I really live with them. So when I make this recommendation, it's a wholehearted, like sincere recommendation from very, very thorough testing. So yeah, man. I think Western South America is like Midwestern US time, is it not? I don't know, man. I don't know. Ernesto, what up, man? Good to see you. You can customize the old wares with skins from Gadget Shields. Can you? Really? Okay, cool. I might have to do that because I rock mine. So I might have to go ahead and do that. Oh, man. Recently got the Soundcore Space One Pro for $150. Been pretty great so far. Nice. Right on, man. Good to see that. TG, what up? What up? Soleil, good to see you. Appreciate you coming through. But yeah, so those are the ones that I definitely recommend. If you have the ability to get them, highly recommend the Sony Ultwares. They are excellent headphones, man. Shout out to Sony for creating a great set of headphones, man. So let's see. Have you ever tried the JLab Epic Lab Edition? Absolutely. I didn't do a review on them because they arrived kind of at bad timing, but they are very, very good. And the cool thing about them was that they got heavily discounted. I remember, I think it was last year for Black Friday, they were going for like $99. It was crazy. So yeah, those are really good. And if they replace Denon for you, then dude, awesome. That's great, man. Waiting on those XM6s. Yeah, you know, and here's the thing. I'm waiting for those too. I'm waiting for those too. But you know they're gonna cost $400 or more, man, because the last ones were $400. So you know they're gonna cost $400 or more. And that's gonna be a tough rec. That's gonna be a tough recommendation when they got the Ultware hidden for $150. So it's like we'll see. So I'm excited for those too, man. So I'm definitely excited. Hopefully, I'm keeping my fingers crossed. I'm hoping and praying that they'll actually send those over to me for a review. So that'll be cool. But yeah, I'm definitely hoping for that. Yo, Sean Sanderson, what up, man? Good to see you. Appreciate you sliding through. Yo, Barry, man, you never got to apologize, bro. Oh, landed an SFO. Hey, welcome back to the Bay, bro. Jumping a rental, head to Santa Rosa, sent you DM. Okay, for sure, man. Well, hey, man, hopefully we can get some lunch, man. Hopefully you have some time. I'll try to make some time. Doesn't have to be today. It's all good. I know you got work stuff, but yeah, man, we definitely gotta link up if you're out here, bro. Yeah, Soundcore is awesome. I had a charging problem with my P30i case. They took care of my problems with no time and excellent customer service. Nice, man. See, that's what I'm talking about, man. I outfitted my Ultwares with red skins, and so now they're fire red and black color. Oh, that's dope, man. Yeah, I don't know, IB. I don't know if you're in the Discord, man, but if you are, man, go ahead and drop a pic of those in the Discord, man. I'd love to check that out. Well, when you make it on the tier list, Marlon, what up, man? Greetings from El Salvador. Hey, that's what's up, man. Shout out to my Salvi family. For people that don't know, I am half Salvadoran, so just throwing that out there. But yeah, what up, man? So as soon as possible, man, I'm trying to get I've been slowly getting myself back on track, getting videos done again, making sure that I'm getting consistent with the live streams again. Basically, right now, I'm trying to do my best to become consistent at showing up, and then I'm going to start stepping up and really starting to put out content for you guys. So as soon as possible, as soon as possible, because I want it to be good, man. I want it to be good. I want to make sure that I get all my notes taken down on all the different earbuds. So basically what I'm going to have to do is kind of retest a lot of stuff to really figure out where they should go on the tier list. And then that way I can create a new one for you guys. So that's going to be coming up very, very soon, man. Yo, Big John, what up, man? Good to see you. Sony Ultware noise cancel headphones $150 on sale. Best Buy right now. Nice. Yeah. Amazon got them for $150. Best Buy got them for $150. And as I mentioned before, Woot, you can get them for $130. If you're cool with reverb, you could save a little bit more money. And there's nothing wrong with reverb. The cool thing about reverb sometimes from because they'll say like grade A refurbished, stuff like that from Woot. There's been times where I've ordered that, and what has arrived has been brand new, still sealed. I'm like, What? I think that might have also happened to JoJo before. I don't know. She can correct me if I'm wrong, if she's still here, but I'm pretty sure that happened to her too. So I don't know for what exactly it was though. Oatware versus XM5 bass comparison. Oh, bro, Oatware all day. Like it's yeah, all day long. So yeah, they hit hard, man. So yeah, for anybody who's got the Oatwares, you guys can let them know, man. It's if you're a bass head, it's like a no brainer. So yeah, with the XM5s. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. So Jojo ordered refurb XM5s and what do you call it? A brand new set of XM5s showed up. That's the cool thing. It's kind of luck of the draw. It doesn't happen all the time, but still, you never know. So check around all places for best deals. I found my Oatwares on Poshmark for 63. What? Yo, for 63 is crazy. Yo, steal of the century right there, man. That's what I'm talking about. 63, dude, that's crazy. That's what I'm talking about, man. Nice. That's a good catch right there, dude. Yeah, that's a good catch. I heard the hell out of that, man. Yeah, for 63, that's crazy. Because I mean, MSRP, like, I think their original pricing was like 189 or 179, something like that. So, yeah. Yeah, 63 brand new Oatware. That's crazy. It was funny because they sent me an apology about it. I was like, bro, I ain't mad. Like, yo, my bad. We sent you something better. Oh man, listen, I'm okay with that kind of mistake. All right, I'm okay with that kind of mistake. Yeah, Mr. Orlando Bob. Yeah, kind of early. Absolutely, man. Yeah, I was explaining at the beginning of the stream that it was a serendipitous set of circumstances because one, I wanted to test an earlier stream to see if we could get more if this makes my stream more accessible to people in Europe, or other people in Asia, maybe, around the world if I streamed at an earlier hour. Secondly, I did have something going on later on today, so it sort of worked out that I wanted to do this experiment today. So but that's what's going on. Yeah, man. About to get the Galaxy Buds 3 Pro as I'm getting a new phone, Galaxy S25. Really wish third-party earbud manufacturers would catch up with better transparency. Dude, yeah, I agree, man. So there are some that are really good, but there's still a lot of work to be done in that department for sure. And that's actually, for people that have been here for a while, you guys know I've been talking about that. I've been talking about let's focus on gimmicks and more focus on the basics, improving the basics, right? Because it's like they gave us these features and said, okay, they're functional, but they're not actually that good. So how about we stop trying to add more features and we improve what we have now even further? Let's improve battery life. Let's improve the mics so that we have better call quality. Let's get better transparency. ANC is already strong on a lot of different earbuds, to be fair. So, that's that, but we need to improve some of those basics, man. So improving comfort, improving battery life, improving call quality. I think those things need to be at the top of the list for some of these companies that are dropping some of these earbuds, because we got good sound. We got some good sound already. We got some strong noise cancellation already. We got low latency modes. We got, all kinds of different things that we can do now with earbuds, but some of the basics are still lacking, especially transparency mode. Like that's one of the bigger ones, man. So yeah, we definitely got some work to do there. Yo, bye Burner, what up, man? Good to see you. My flagship earbuds are the Pixel Buds 2 Pro 2, which had amazing transparency, but they fit sadly. Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah. Hey man, that's what it is sometimes. You know what I mean? That's what it is sometimes. And that sucks, man, because sometimes you'll get some earbuds and they sound great and they look good and the price is right and the features are awesome and they just don't fit your ears right. You're like, that's the worst. Yeah, that's the worst, man. So I know where you're coming from on that one, man. That always hits different. And apologies, man, if I sound nasally or anything like that. I've got allergies pretty bad. Just throwing that out there. So springtime, we getting allergies. So that's, yeah. So just throwing that out there. I've been outdoors and sometimes that, it happens. So, so if I sound nasally, cause I feel congested and I keep taking meds, but dude, yeah, it's been rough out here. But yeah, man. So that's kind of what's been going on. For me lately, what I've been doing, really quick, I want to give a quick shout out to my friends over at Nothing. They sent over the Nothing 3A Pro. Well, they actually sent over the 3A and the 3A Pro. So this is the device right here. So I'm enjoying the heck out of it. I am enjoying the heck out of it. And the cameras on this thing are so, so good, man. But I've got this thing, basically, I've been paired up with the Nothing ear hooks. So I've been using these quite a bit. I got the Nothing Ear A as well. And I think, I have my my CMF neckband pros, the actual, like the orange neckband that I did a video on a while back, but they're in the living room, so I didn't didn't bring them in here. But huge shout out to Nothing, man, because this has been a really good experience, just kind of living with their products right now. And this is what's considered a mid-range device. But dude, if you guys are seeing like some of the banger pictures that I've been dropping with these, it's been great, dude. Here, let me show you guys really quick. It's actually been kind of cool, and I'll get to the questions right now, I promise you. But check that out, man. So this is last night. This is last night. So I took a picture during golden hour, trying to get a nice sunset shot. So check that out. So basically, like, this is with this device, and I'm like, this thing is nice, bro. Like, it's nice. Peep, look at this. Just clean for a phone that's like at this price point. I think it's like $459, bruh. Look at this, dude. It's wild, bro. Wild stuff, man. So really good stuff, man. But yeah, enjoying the heck out of it. So far so good. My experience with it has been overall really, really solid. So yeah, this is a great device, man. Boom, just like that. I like the animation. So you see how it comes out of the side right when I push that button, dude. Cool stuff, man. So yeah, just wanted to throw that out there. But huge shout out to Nothing for sending this over, man. Really good stuff. The camera overall has been excellent. So I'm just enjoying it, man. Hopefully I'll be able to take some more pictures today. So we'll see how that all works out. But yeah, man. I find I really use True Wireless ever since Hefe introduced me to rabbit hole of IEMs. Yeah, that'll happen. That'll happen, man. Comply makes great foam tips, which work, but memory eventually forgets and will go bad. Yeah. At least Comply makes bundles of one size instead of the ridiculous SML combo. Yeah, agreed. That's for me. I've mentioned this before. I don't use foam because it ends up hurting my ears. And at first I thought maybe I'm using too big of a size, but I've tried all the different sizes, and it's just when you put it in and when it expands, that expansion, which creates excellent seal and creates excellent sound, it puts pressure on my ear canal. And after like maybe 20-30 minutes, I start noticing like actual pain in my ears, and I'm like, okay, I can't do this, which I don't get that experience when I use silicone ear tips. So I'm like, all right, foam's just not for me, but it's excellent. So that's the thing with it. But they do degrade. They degrade far faster than silicone ear tips. So that's something you have to remember. So if you end up trying them out, you'll get a lot of benefits, but there are drawbacks. So both silicone and foam have their pros and their cons. So major pros with foam is incredible sound isolation. So if you put foam tips on like noise canceling earbuds, they become top tier. Like you get top tier noise canceling because you're getting really good passive noise isolation, and then you add active noise cancellation to that. That combination works really well. And silicone, while you still get a good seal, they don't isolate as well, but in my opinion, they're more comfortable. They last far longer. You can wash them, so that's the difference there. But yeah, so that's just for me, and just in my experience personally, I get better bass response from my silicone tips than I do from foam. But I know for a lot of people, they have the opposite experience where they get better bass response from foam than they do from silicone. So it's to each their own. You know what I mean? OnePlus Buds 3 Pro versus Xiaomi. I don't have Xiaomi Buds 5 Pro, so I can't say. I can only recommend you the OnePlus Buds 3 Pro because they are one of my favorites, under $200, and they are excellent. So, but yeah, I don't have the Xiaomis, so I can't answer that question, man. You don't need to blur the play for regular play for the replay. Nah, I don't bother, man, because it's public. Like, it's one of the things where people see it or whatever. That's like information that can be found easily, and that's all over. Like, I've been posting pictures with my license plate in there for the longest time. So it's, yeah, I don't bother. Let's see. What phone were you talking about earlier? So the phone I was talking about is the Nothing Phone 3A Pro. So this guy right here, and this thing is legit. It's legit. Shout out to Nothing. They went ahead and sent this over to me. Definitely digging this device. And like I said, I've been using it with my Nothing Ear Open and my Nothing Ear A as well. So yeah, man, this thing is freaking excellent. But yeah, so far so good, man. I really truly have been enjoying it. So it's a very smooth device, man. Very smooth device to use. So yeah, what we have now is like what people call like mid-range, you know, is like they're so for most people, it's overkill, bro. Like, you know, it's crazy. Yo, Jeff, what up, man? Good to see you, bro. I can't get left side buds 3 Pro earbud to seal. The original ripped. I tried like 4 different party ear tips. Still can't get a seal. I'm assuming you probably tried different sizes too, right? Because sometimes for me, depending on the earbud, sometimes I have to use a larger ear tip size on my left ear than my right. So yeah, that happens though. Yeah, that happens. Yo, Rob Hawk, what up, man? Coming through with the $13.99 super chat, man. Let's hit it one time for my guy Rob Hawk, man. Yo, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Did no music come out? Man, what is going on? So I had an update, and that happens. Let me double check something here really quick, because I think that happens when what's it called gets updated, my stream deck. Oh yeah, it defaulted all my sounds. I can hear it, but you guys can't hear it. That's messed up, man. Why they do me like that, bro? All right, hang on. Let's see. just awkward vibing. All right, let me know if this works. Hang on. It's the money. It's the money. It's the money. Yeah. It's the money. It's the money. It's the money. Yeah. It's the money. Yo, all right, I appreciate that, man. Yeah, now I'm looking at my stream deck, and from the update, it defaulted all of my sound effects. So I have to go back through and fix all of them. Like, yo, that update did me dirty. All right, I got you, man. That's crazy. All right. See, yeah, that update did me straight dirty, bro. Why they do me like that, bro? Why they do me like that? That's messed up. All right, let me fix that real quick. Here we go. Bomba clot. There we go. All right, little by little, man, we're trying to fix this thing back up. But that happens, man. You know, that happens. So, yeah. Yo, Randy, what up, man? Are you rocking some new Sennheiser? Are you looking forward to any new wired headphones or IEMs? Yeah, man. So, well, right now, the Sennheisers I'm using right now are the HD660S2. So, HD660S2. Let me see if I can show you guys real quick. So, focus. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, these are the ones I'm rocking right now. Huge shout out to Sennheiser. They did send these over to me, a while back, man, and always been super generous with me. They did drop some new open backs the other day, and hopefully they will be sending them over for me to check out and do a review on them. But I don't know if you guys had noticed, like the Sennheiser had dropped some new headphones. Let me see here. Let's see, because I know a bunch of the guys did reviews on them, and I was like, oh, these actually look kind of cool. Like, these look kind of cool. But where were they? I think they were the 550, if I remember correctly, but I'm double checking here. Give me a sec. Yeah, I think they're the HD 550. Yeah, this is them right here. So let me see if I can bring that up really quick. Yeah, so like there's my buddy Brandon. He's doing a first impressions on them. Joe over at Gadgetry Tech, he did an amazing review on these. So a lot of the guys have already, all the like the audiophile dudes, like they've got a lot of the They already got their hands on them, so they're checking them out. But yeah, new set of open backs. So I've been hearing really good things about them. So hopefully we'll see what happens if I get my hands on them. That'll be kind of cool. But yeah, so I love. Supposedly they have a really nice mid range on them, and that immediately got my attention. I was like, ooh, mid range, you say? Let's go. So yeah, man. Oh man. Yeah, man. What do you think about the CMF Buds 2 Pro and the Earphone Air 4? I like them both, man. I think the CMF Buds 2 Pro give you better value for your money. If I remember correctly, I think the CMF Buds 2 Pro, you were able to get them for dirt cheap. Hang on. I think they were under 50, but hold on. Let me double check. Yeah, so it looks like they're 59 right now, but I could have swore recently I saw them for less than 50. So yeah, pretty sure I saw them for mad low. So yeah, but yeah, they're excellent, man, for bang for your buck. Now earphones also good stuff. Like they definitely deliver some really good earbuds. So you really can't go wrong with both. If you wanted something that's probably, I don't know, the stronger of the two would be earphone, I would say. But bang for buck, yeah, the CMF's excellent, man. Yeah. Try some of the IEM tips if they aren't making them. If they aren't making, if they aren't making any for them, you can generally squeeze spin fits on anything. For the most part, you can. Yeah. Probably the promo ran out. But yeah, probably. Yeah, probably. I don't have Buds 3 Pro, but I have always been able to to fit something that works for any true wireless by looking at IEM tips. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, sometimes a clickable coupon, that'll come up too for sure, man. Yeah, that'll definitely come up for sure. Best earbuds for all day use, ANC transparency with low occlusion and don't fall out. Unicorns, I need them. You got to try stuff, man, because occlusion happens for some people and it doesn't happen for others, man. So it's like there's almost no way to not, to not have that happen. And it's different for other people because there's been times where I had mentioned occlusion in like my reviews and some people would be like, no, I don't get any of that. And then other people are like, oh my God, it's so bad. And then it's like, I started realizing like, it's really different for everyone. Everybody's experience is different. So that's like why only like I can share like my experience with it. But at the end of the day, that is just my experience. And you could have something happen like completely different. So yeah, it's a trip, man. It's a trip how that works. But yeah. Let me see here. Copy. All right. Are the Soundcore Aero clips better than the Soundcore Aero Fit? Been debating selling my Aero Fit 2 for them, but lesser battery life and worse water resistance Nah, I wouldn't. No, Aero Fit 2 for me, unless here's the thing with the Aero clip, it's just that they're a much more compact product. So they kind of sit sort of inside your ear versus being like over and around. But if having the hook over and around, it doesn't bother you, stick with them. So stick with them. For me personally, I think the Aero Fit 2 are the better product. And Soundcore did just release a new update for their app. So a new firmware update is bringing AI translation to the Aero Fit 2, which I was like, yo, that's a crazy feature. I just saw that email come out. I think it was like Thursday or Friday. And that's a killer update. So nah, man, I wouldn't get rid of the Aero Fit 2s. Nah, no way. How's the mic on the Earphone Free Pro 3? I do not remember. I think it was good, but here is my video on the Earphone Free Pro 3, if you want to check that out, IB. So I do have a video on those for sure. Let's see. Said, Hefe, how's it going? Oh, good, man. How you been? Hopefully you're doing good. Hopefully you're doing good. Did you ever use Jaybird back in the day? Back in the day, yes. Yeah. Yeah, they've been out of it for a while, man. I don't think I've seen anything from Jaybird in... Dude, I can't remember. I think it was the Jaybird Free. I forgot what they were called. They had some pretty cool earbuds, man. But I remember I had issues with mine, and I ended up not being able to review them. And then they never got me a replacement sample. Like mine wouldn't pair. It was something weird. I had a technical issue with mine. I remember I let everybody know too. Like hey, I wanted to review these, but mine don't work. Like it's like I need to get a replacement set. They never ended up sending out a replacement set. So it's like, well, there's only so much I can do, man. But yeah, so that's kind of how that went. I was debating because the fit is a bit awkward with my glasses, but not by much. I was thinking of clip style headphones, and they happened to release those, and it got my attention. Yeah, no, I get you. I get where you're coming from. But yeah, for me personally, I wouldn't. But if it is a fitment issue, then maybe, yep, might be the way to go. Sorry about that. My congestion, man. It's not good. It is not good. Yeah, man. Let's see. But yeah, the old Jaybirds, man, they used to have some really good neck bands too back in the day. Yeah, man. It was good stuff. So yeah, sometimes some of the older tech was better than some of the newer tech, in my opinion. And that happens. So oh man. I found a black Heavy mug from JCPenney. Yeah, you'll see that stuff everywhere, man. And that's almost like why I kind of like don't even want to call my new channel like, you know, with the HiFi name, because that's everywhere. So, and it's like, yeah, I don't know. So I'm still trying to figure that part of it out. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah. Yo, Build and Fix, what's going on, man? Good to see you. Appreciate you coming through. But yeah, so that's kind of what's been going on. Nothing too crazy. Let's see here. One product that did arrive, and I'm not at liberty to talk about it just yet. I did get they're right here. These are, boom. So the Critical, the new earbuds that he's got dropping out, the new IEMs he's dropping, should be pretty soon that I'll be able to talk about these. So, but yeah, this is going to be one that I've got coming up for you guys, but that's as much as I can show. Bam. Cause I don't want to violate the embargo. But so yeah, that's going to be something that I got coming up soon for you guys as well. So like I said, man, getting back into it. I love it if Soundcore applied this tech to a neckband similar to Shocks. Really prefer those. They have a safer fit. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, neckband like Shocks. That's what do you call it? Bone conduction. But yeah, but Shocks, that's like top of the top for that type of a product. Yeah, those are the best, man. So surprise the stream came in early. Yeah. No, dude, this is a thing that I did with like I was mentioning it earlier, where I wanted to experiment with streaming a little bit earlier. And with that, I was going to see if this would make my streams a little more accessible to people in different time zones, like in Europe and Asia. But I also had something to do later this afternoon, so it just kind of worked out. It was serendipitous for the third time today. But that's what's going on there. But that's why it's a little bit earlier than usual. So, so can I set up a store on my channel that is not Shopify? I think so, but that wouldn't be my specialty for this type of thing. So I mostly just talk about earbuds here. So yeah, but I believe so. I believe you can, but that's really not my specialty, man. Sorry about that. Time for a TWS ELJEFE collab. Oh, well, I don't know, man. That's something that we had spoken about with a couple of different companies before, but it never played out. So, and it's not something I'm going to force. You know what I mean? So, and also I don't want to just put my name on a random product either. Like, where somebody's like, oh yeah, we want you to put cosign on this, but it's like, I would want to have input on which product it is and, how it's going to sound and like that kind of thing. And most companies don't want to give up that. That's a lot of risk for a company to give up that kind of creative control. It's way easier for a company to already have a solid product and then to like try to slap my name on it. You know what I mean? And it's just, yeah, that's why I don't think it's going to happen, to be honest. So yeah. It says, if I want my bones conducted, sounds like I could go bad, right? Good old Sap. What up, man? What's going on, bro? No, thanks. I had to try. Hey, no, it's all good, man. No worries. But yeah, so that's what's going on. But yeah, earlier stream today, nothing too crazy. So I'm just trying to see if this works out a little bit better, trying out different times and seeing how it sort of plays out. But overall, not so bad. I mean, so far so good, right? So yeah, we're just doing it. It'd be different if I was doing like a tier list or like, like a live review or something. But since it's just a kickback, it's just more of a kickback stream, more of a community thing, just here to hang out with you guys, for a little bit. That's really all this is. It's not anything like, I'm not doing anything crazy right now. So AZ100 versus PI8, you're asking me about two earbuds I literally don't have. I don't have either, bro. So yeah, I have no answer for you. Yeah, I don't have either of those. Sorry, man. Yeah. Techniques didn't send them. Bowers and Wilkins didn't send them. So yeah, no luck there, man. And I don't know what the deal is with Techniques, man, because sometimes they'll send me samples. Other times they don't. And it's just like, and they have new earbuds dropping and they're just like, my guess is maybe they have like different people that run PR. Maybe those people got switched out or whatever. Because whoever I had, the last time I had contact with them was when the AZ80s came out. It was around the time because I got a sample of the AZ80s, and I know I got a sample of the A800, the headphones, and I think I had a sample of the AZ60s as well. But yeah, once the AZ100 drops, it was I saw them come out, and it was like nothing in my inbox. I'm like, okay, I don't know what happened. Sometimes that happens though. Sometimes people lose contact or whatever, because it's not like I haven't covered techniques on my channel, because I absolutely have. So you guys know that I've covered them very, very well. So yeah, man, that's why I always find that a little weird, but you know, I don't take it personally. You know, I don't know. Sometimes it's worth doing the outreach, and maybe I'll have to reach out and say, hey, what's going on, guys? Yeah. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah. Yeah. Order the AZ100s from Best Buy, but they are taking their sweet time. I tried all the rest. Elite Activates are the best overall. Nice. Right on, man. Yeah, hopefully you like them, man. You know, I haven't tried them. I've heard good things about the AZ100s. I haven't tried them yet. So there's a lot of hype around them from a lot of different people. I saw a ton of hype of a ton of people hyping them up over on Reddit. But yeah, it's just one of those things where it's like, I need to try them for myself. And I'm glad that's kind of what you're doing too, because you have to find what works for you, man. And that's the thing that a lot of people get caught up in. And even if I say something is like my favorite, and that's why I'll try to word things the way that I do, is because if I go out and say, this is the best, you know, regardless at $200, this is bar none. It sounds weird, because it sounds like I'm saying objectively, this is the best for everyone. And that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, this is my favorite at this price point for the things that I like and for my preferences. And sometimes I have to really clarify that for people, because they think it's like speaking objectively, and that's not what I'm doing. I'm speaking subjectively about what I prefer. So yeah. And it's different for everyone, man. Like, there's a lot of people who disagreed with me for the longest time about the Denon Pearl Pro. They were like, nah, this ain't it. Okay. Fair enough. But they were it for me. Same thing with the Sennheisers. And it's like, anytime that I say that this is my favorite thing, so I feel like this is the best at whatever price point, people are always going to argue. And it's like, all I can do is give you my opinion. You can agree with it, disagree with it. It's still going to be my opinion. You know what I mean? So just curious, do you and other audio content creators talk every now and again? Sometimes I see your videos being played in the background over on DHRME. Yeah. No, DHRME are my homies, man. We definitely DM. There's actually quite a few of us that do talk to each other or send DMs back and forth every once in a while. The boys over at DHRME, shout out to them. They're some of the ones that I talk to every once in a while. Same goes with my buddy GameSki. Same goes with my buddy Antoine from New Stuff TV. I'm trying to think of who else. There's still a few others, man. It's just I'm blanking right now, but yeah, there are quite a few of us that do definitely talk to each other for sure. Yeah. It says listen on Soundcore A30i, tiny, pretty powerful. Not the best ANC, but cool for 19. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. For $20, dude, that's a steal, man. That is such a steal, man. Yo, Jace, what's going on, man? Recommendations for ANC earbuds for smaller ears. My ears are roughly 2 inches from the top to the bottom of my lobe. That doesn't help me, because I don't know what that would really mean, but I'll still try to help you out, man. And one of my go-tos that's been really good for most people with small ears, or smaller ears, have been the Soundcore Space A40. Those have been really good for almost everyone that I've recommended them to, because they are tiny earbuds, and a lot of people have enjoyed using those. Where is my, okay, so I do have a review of them on the channel. Give me just a sec here. Let me see if I can bring them up. So right here, I've got them for, this is at this time, these were the King under 100, because they were like almost at like $100 when they first launched. But I've been seeing the A40s lately selling for like $50 or less. So yeah, these are actually a really good deal for what they are, and they are tiny earbuds. So I'm gonna put the link to that video here if you want to check them out. But they're tiny earbuds. If I had them at hand, I would show them to you here, because I do still have them. But that's probably one of the best options you can get, man. Ulware XM4, what would you recommend? If you're a bass head, I would get well, actually, no, you know what? No, not even saying that. I would automatically get the Altwares. Like that's not even for me, that's not even a question, to be completely honest, because you can, if you don't want the bass, you don't have to have it. But the ANC is better, the transparency is better, the call quality is better. So yeah, I would go with the Altware all day, especially right now that they're 150. Like, yeah, man. So this is legit. Oh, hold on. Let me back out of here. This is legit. I took your advice. I got the Soundcore 3. I really like them. My daughter bought them for me, and they said refurbished, and I kept them. Oh, right on. That's what's up, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, no worries. No worries. Check them out. Check out the video. See what you think. But yeah, they're for smaller ears. Those things are excellent. Like they're one of the few earbuds that have like literally every feature that you could want, and they're in a tiny package. And you can even sleep with them if you wanted to. Like it's crazy. It's crazy. So at least for me, that's how well they worked. There's quite a few of us that, to be honest, are hoping that at some point Soundcore drops a new earbud like that, in a tiny package, full features, you know, like all the flagship features, and it doesn't have to have multiple drivers. Here's the thing that to keep the packaging small. Let's keep it with just single driver, but give us all the features, all the bells and whistles and stuff, and keep that packaging small like that. That'd be killer. Like an A50, an A50i, something like that, right? Dude, it would be, bruh, it would be dope. It would be dope, man. So yeah, because I mean, the Liberty 4s are great. The Liberty 4 Pros are great. I know a lot of people didn't like the fact they switched over to a stem style, which is fine. That's, you know, it is what it is. But hopefully, it'd be cool for them to bring out another option like this. So, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed, man. Bought the OnePlus Buds 3 Pro after your recommendation. Thanks, man. Hey, man, glad I could help, man. Tozo Crystal Pods, check a lot of boxes. People are asking for a $20 base transparency. Yeah. I heard that, man. I've heard, you know, Tozo, they bring some serious stuff to the table. The downside with some of the Tozo stuff is sometimes, much like anything else, I've heard stories of people having quality control issues, and but that happens with anything. So that happens with anything. But for the price, dude, yeah, tough to beat. Tough to beat, to be completely honest, man. So yeah, I think the only ones that are competing down low that well would be like Soundpeat's Clear. And then Soundcore's P30i, probably the only things that can compete in the like sub $30 range for a ton of features, with Tozo. And usually what Tozo ends up beating the other guys on is like straight volume. Like that's usually what they end up winning with, is just crazy volume level. But yeah. Yeah, they could release a new version of the Space A40s with better call quality, a little bit better bass, and they'd have a solid. That's what I'm saying. Like, just bring me out a A40 Mark II, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Just like update the chipset, update the battery, and like, yeah, because they were solid, man. They had excellent battery, everything. So yeah, man, that'd be pretty cool. That'd be pretty cool. Yeah. You have any wired planner headphones in your collection? Yeah, absolutely, man. I have the. Top of mind, my Dan Clark Audio Eon Open X. Those are planars. Believe my HiFi Edition XS. And I could have swore I had another. I think there's another one in my collection, but I can't remember what it was. So yeah, and shout out to GameSki, because GameSki is actually the one who sold me the HiFi Edition XSs for the low. That's my dude right there, man. Shout out to my boy GameSki. So yeah, because when they first came out, they were pricey. They were kind of on the pricey side. So, but I think you can get them now for well under $300, and they're great, dude. But the only reason I don't use them more often is because the sound quality wise, excellent, comfort, excellent, but the frame on them is squeaky, and I'm like, what the heck? So when I'm wearing them or talking or anything, it's like squeaking in my ear, and I can't do it. I was like, nah. After a minute, it got really annoying, and I was like, okay, that's why I can't do this. I can't do this, man. So yeah, but normally, like my Dan Clarks actually sit in the living room, so I use those with my Moondrop CD player. So I just have those, popped right into the CD player via a 4.4 balanced cable, and that's how I roll with those. So, but those stay in the living room. They're like my go-to for when I'm like laying on the couch and I just want to listen to music. It's a nice experience. It's a nice experience, man. An A40 Plus, yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. Yeah, something like that would be cool. Something like that would be cool, man. I'd love to see something like that. Well, will we get it? I don't know. I don't know, but it would be cool to see. You know what I mean? It would be cool to see something like that. because we need more options. You know what I mean? They can't. I don't want all of them to be stem. I don't want all of them to be tiny either. But hopefully we start getting more, because all that I've been seeing lately, it has been, whether it's like open design earbuds, clip-on earbuds, ear hook earbuds, and it's just like I like the fact that we're getting variety, and this is going to give other people who don't like ear tips going in their ears, it gives them more options. But it really feels like all the brands, that's all they want to like shove down our throats. And I'm like, okay, cool, I get that. It's a good option for people, but we still should be producing some of these other products as well, and like improving them. I feel like maybe they think that they've improved all they can, but it's like, you guys still got a ways to go, because we still got to fix that call quality. We still got to improve battery life. Like, we still got some things that we got to fix. So yeah, man, that's the thing. And hopefully, like I said, hopefully that stuff doesn't fall upon deaf ears, man. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, so that's what's kind of been going on. But don't be surprised, man. I'm trying to get this, like, I'm trying to set myself a goal this week to get this channel off the ground. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting for sure, because it's going to be a different vibe completely, since I'm not going to be reviewing headphones. I'm going to be reviewing music. Not really, though. I'm just going to be experiencing music. So it's not going to be in there and be like, hey, listen, I'm going to break down this person's vocals. I ain't doing all that. Like, there's vocal coaches for that kind of stuff. I'm not that dude. I'm just here to vibe with the music, and that's really what it's going to be about. And either I'm going to vibe with it or I'm not going to vibe with it. I think at some of the videos that may come out, like, if I don't feel it, I'm going to have to let you guys know, and that's probably going to piss some people off, because I think people are going to share with me like their favorite music. And I feel bad, because if I, keeping it 100, if I don't like it, if I don't vibe with it, and I tell you that, some people are going to take that personally. I've seen that. Like, I've seen that happen with creators who do that kind of content, like where somebody shares with them like their favorite songs or favorite bands. And then the creator's just like, yeah, you know what? I'm just not feeling this, man. This isn't for me. And then you go in their comment section and it's like 1,000 hate comments. And it's like, bro, chill. Like, it's crazy. Like, people really get upset about that stuff. And yeah. And it's crazy because, like, just because it's your favorite thing doesn't mean that it's automatically going to be somebody else's favorite thing. So they may like it, they may dislike it, but you can't take that personal. And that's what I saw, man. People were like taking it personal, and like doing like personal attacks. Like, you need to calm down. That tribalism is a little crazy. So we'll see, man. We'll see. But because there's a lot of fan bases on YouTube, like, man, there is a lot of fan bases I've seen when I've checked out different music and different genres, and you go in their comments and stuff. There's a lot of different fan bases, and some of them are crazy. So it's going to be an interesting journey, to say the least, man, for sure. So yeah, so that's my goal, man. Get that going this week, because here's my thing, right? My biggest regret that I've had even with this channel, with ELJEFEREVIEWS, is the fact that I had the idea for this channel 2 years before I launched the channel. So had I just launched the channel when I had the idea, I would have started in 2015 and not in 2017. And that's why I'm just like, that's a regret that I've had. But I think everything happens the time it's supposed to happen. But, and now I've been talking about this new channel since like December, and it's already the end of March, and I still haven't done it. So I'm like, I need to just go ahead and do this, man. You know what I mean? I just need to go ahead and do this. So. But yeah, so it'll be interesting, man. I think it'll be interesting. So Scarface said it. We got to make moves. We got to expand. That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? I got to start making some moves here. So beyond the moves I'm already making. So oh no, hey, here's the thing. First things first, Goose. You've got it twisted. You got it twisted. Here's the thing. Because what this sounds like is when people say stay in your lane. And one, I never said I was going to stop reviewing products. So this is additional content. This is something that I'm doing as a passion project for me. And if people want to be along for the ride, that's cool. But if that's not for you, it ain't for you, bro. So it is what it is. So I'm still going to be doing what I'm doing with ELJEFEREVIEWS. This is just something else. that just more about the music. Because one of the things that I've told people for the longest time, because there's been a lot of times where I've gotten a lot of criticism for not being objective in my reviews, for not taking measurements, for not going down the technical path and doing the scientific research. And there's nothing wrong with that, man. Shout out to all the creators that do that. I'm not that dude. I'm so not focused on numbers, bro, as far as the actual like sound. I'm here for the experience of the music, right? That's what I'm here for. How do these headphones allow me to have a good musical and a good listening experience? And that's really what it comes down to. So the goal of this other channel is just to enjoy more music. Like that's ultimately what it comes down to. And I think a lot of people have forgotten that, you know, that ultimately I don't want to argue with people online. Like that's the thing that I see a lot in the audio space, is a lot of people that want to argue with other people. They're so busy trying to prove other people wrong, where that's all their content is, where that's all, if they're content creators, that's all they do. Or if they're just people on Reddit or in forums or in Discords, that's all they do. All they want to do is argue with people and prove the next person wrong for what? Internet points? Nah, fam. That's, you got the whole game twisted. Like, nah, no way. For me, I just want to enjoy my music. I don't want to argue with people online. So, and I guess that's a hot take from some people, but that's just me, man. You know what I mean? That's just me. Yo, Picky Audio in the house. What up, bro? Good to see you, man. I appreciate you coming through. Appreciate that. About the XM5 based on your content, even with all the hinge drama. Yeah, man. And that to me is also hilarious. Not to say that that isn't a real thing for people, but my XM5s are still holding up quite well. And, you know, so many people come into my comments, oh, they break so easily. And I'm like, I guess if you mishandle your products, if you're rough with your stuff, sure, you can break anything. Like, see, I put my headphones on, I listen to them, I take them off, I put them back in their case, and I leave it at that. Mine haven't broken. You know what I mean? To me, it's crazy when I hear about that kind of stuff. Like, what are you doing that's breaking your headphones? Like, what the heck? So, yo, Sean, what up, man? Good to see you. Don't talk about nothing or we're going to fight. I always talk about nothing. Let's see. Exactly. Music enjoyment is the end goal. Equipment is the path to get there. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Yeah. It's just, like I said, it's just going to be something different, man. You know what I mean? And that's what it is, man. It's just going to be something different. And it's just going to be about enjoying the music and enjoying the music and enjoying the journey of discovering new music. That's really what it's going to be, man. And if anything, it's going to help. It's going to bleed into my stuff because, you know, I'll find new music that I can use in my testing playlist when I am testing earbuds and speakers. So it's going to be a good thing all the way around, man. Plus, like I said, it's going to be more of a passion project. So it'll be quite interesting. But again, I'll do an announcement in my community tab once that channel goes live. You guys can feel free to check it out. But you know, just make sure, like, I don't want people subscribing who aren't actually with the vibe, because I don't care about subscribers on that channel whatsoever. And I'm not saying that in a negative sense. It's more that if you're going to watch, you know what I mean? If you're into people who do music reactions, that's what I'm going to be doing. If you're not into that kind of content, then it's all good. Like, don't even trip. You're not letting me down by not subscribing. You're not letting me down by not watching. It's all good. I just want the people who want to roll with that journey to be a part of it. And the people that don't, it's all good. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think it'll be fun, man. You know what I mean? It'll be fun. Exactly. There's nothing better than finding new music. And that's the whole goal. You know, that is the whole goal. To me, that's one of the greatest things that happens. Like, for me, like, when people talk about their love languages, people who share music with me, like, that to me is such a cool thing. You know, sometimes when, like, being here and just listening to music, you know, with a friend and just kind of chilling or having dinner, you know, and you just put some like old school R&B or old school stuff on. And I love sometimes that I'll just kind of put it on a playlist, like whether it's Apple Music or Tidal, and I'll pick a genre, but I'm not going to play one of my own playlists. Like, I'll just pick a genre and let their algorithm sort of play what it's going to play. And there's been quite a few times where I've heard songs and I'm like, ooh, what is that? And I'll have to walk over there and be like, what song is this? Let me save it. I want to, you know, run this back later on. So it'll be interesting. Let's see. Are you going to go for a particular genre? Nah. It's going to be all genres, baby. So it's going to be interesting as long as it has rhythm. So there's probably going to be genres that I probably will stay away from a bit, most likely going to be stuff like, not that I don't roll with it, but sometimes it's just not my cup of tea. So like super crazy, like screamo metal, like that kind of stuff, I probably won't go too deep into that. Like as far as like the extent of like how much rock or metal I get into would be stuff like Metallica is about probably the top end. Maybe Pantera is probably about as extreme as I'll go. Rage Against the Machine, System of a Down, like that's about the limit. Anything beyond that, where it starts like just going full on crazy and it starts losing rhythm, then I don't really vibe with that. So there is a certain level that I stop at. So yeah. And here's the cool part is it doesn't even have to be in English. Like that's going to be the fun part, because I'm going to have a lot of fun discovering music from like other countries as well. So it's like I said, man, it's going to be cool. So it's going to be cool. But yeah, so it'll be fun, man. You know the Momentum 4, how do you get them to sound louder? EQ it? Yeah, usually EQ. For me, what ended up happening was I did the hearing test EQ. And after the hearing test EQ, they were louder. I was like, oh, okay. So that's what I was looking for. So that's how I got mine to actually sound louder. So yeah, try progressive rock. You love it? Yeah, man. Like I said, once I launch the channel, I'm going to be asking in every single one of those videos, I'm going to have a verbal call to action. I'm going to say, hey man, if there's, you know, some sort of music you want me to try out, leave a song recommendation in the comments. And that's how I'm going to do, you know, those videos. And then it's going to be based off like people's like comments. I'm going to kind of build a list of things I want to check out. Anything that I've already heard, I will not be reviewing. I won't be doing a reaction to it, because it's like, I already know the song, right? So it's going to be mostly for music I've never heard, whether old or new. So yeah, it'll be, like I said, it'll be fun, man. It'll be fun. So yeah, but all right, man. So I'm going to go ahead and get out of here, man. I appreciate everybody who slid through for the stream, all 50 of everybody, even the lurkers. Want to give a shout out to everybody here. I want to wish you guys a great rest of your Sunday. Obviously popped in early today, and I appreciate you guys coming through. But otherwise, man, everybody take it easy. Look forward to that announcement. Also, like I said, we still got content coming out. I got the new craniers in the building. So those are going to be pretty fun to check out. And we'll see what else comes down the pipeline. But otherwise, man, hopefully everybody has a great rest of your Sunday. Take it easy, have some fun, listen to some good music, for your boy, and then we'll go from there. But yeah, man, everybody take it easy. We'll talk soon. Peace.